in. It's that time again. It's tournament time. This is day 2 of the first round of Prove Your Skill here on the EU server. We are rolling out in Group 2. We'll get to the groups in a moment, but I suppose I better introduce myself. Hey, I'm Fujit. Hello, everybody. And we're here to have some fun and some games. So, what have we got? Well, like I said, we're going out in Group 2. That's right, 2. So, let's have a look at these groupings. So, just out of interest, I'm not the only one streaming, by the way. So, Aminet is also streaming. She is streaming Group 1. That involves Dash Pink, DSNS, Creed, QU, and AHOH. There you go. We are in Group 2. We are following, basically, in the footsteps of Serenity, Vales, Komu. I don't think that's Komu. I mean, it's probably Romanized Cyrillic. I don't know. And Q4Z4Q. Those are the 2 streams at the moment. Then we have Every Good Name is Taken. He's all the way down in Group 22, which is a long way down. So there's 54 groups, by the way, guys. So he's down in Group 22, I believe. And that's, I mean, I've got Asher there in Future there in 7 Czech there. I don't know how you pronounce that one. It's probably again Romanized, which is Uzva or something like that. I hate to say. And then those are the English streams. Those are the English-speaking streams. We do, however, have both a Russian and an Italian-speaking stream as well. The Italian-speaking stream is Manu. He's all the way back up in Group 6, which is Imor, UA1, Eagles, and Tess. That's Manu. He is streaming in Italian. And then, last but not least, we have Ice Shot, who is streaming in Russian language. He's all the way down in Group 54. That group contains Raid, but it also has ITED and 3SU-V, 7-star. So all the details will be found in the game, guys, although my stream link is a little bit wrong. It's showing yesterday's stream, not today. But we're following this group, and we'll be going out with Serenity against Vales, which is Azov's ST first and foremost. So that is what we are looking at. Let me just see if I've had the notification while I was talking that. No notification as of yet. We will be getting the notification very soon. So just want to show you, if you go down into the game, go to current, well, obviously go to tournament, then go to tournament, go to second stage, go to streams, and they're all there. My one is wrong. So Aminet is there, Every is there, Manu is there, Ice Shot is there as well. Mine is wrong. That takes you to yesterday's stream. Sorry about that. It's just the way it works. Anyway, we've got the room, so I'm going to get the room, jump in the room, and jump back out the room. I'm going to ready up and jump out. We're going out first and foremost on Black Goldville, and as I said, we are following Serenity. So I'd like to say big good luck to all the teams taking part tonight. Hopefully, you will achieve your aims. The thing about this this grouping, we've got a lot of groups again. We've got 54 groups, which means we've got a lot of teams. The thing is, that's going to be whittled down by 50% today. Only half are going to progress through to tomorrow. So all these games count. Now, you may be sat there thinking, yeah, but Fuji, it's pretty easy. Day 1 was pretty easy. Day 2 was pretty easy. Yeah, maybe, but you never know. There can always be upsets. Upsets can always and generally do happen. So, people can't sit back on their laurels too much. Not too much. The rewards take time. They take time, People are asking, but the rewards will take time to come through. We only did the stream like 2 days ago. Give it time, guys. And amongst all this, the wargaming guy, it's coming from wargaming, and wargaming at the moment are sort of concentrating on the tournaments and other things. So, just chill. You'll get your soul conductor. That I can assure you. So there we go. Sorry, I was just having some coffee. Plus, you only gave me your details today, mate. So chill out. Calm down. Don't panic, Mr. Mannering. Don't panic. Anyway, so let's jump back into the room. As I said, we're going out on Black Goldville. Serenity will be on the south spawn, and Vals will be on the north spawn. At the moment, we haven't got a full team for Vals yet, but they have got time. They've got over 2 minutes. So, you know, there's more than enough time for them to get their team organised. If they're not, then Serenity are going to have a bit of an easy session. At the moment, we have De Silva in a FV4005, Adrenito in TVP, Alpha in a Foch, Flytix in a Batchat, Spitfires in a Type 71, Tacos in another 4005, and Vabon in a 71. With Destiny at the moment sitting on the bench in a Yo. But you never know, they may change that lineup. Then again, they may not. To be perfectly honest with you, you just never know. Well, we've got 2 minutes. I just wanted to quickly pop out, go back to the tournament, look at the average win rates, because it's always good to know the average win rates. We're in Group 2, so the average win rate of Serenity is 67.44. They are up against Vales, whose average win rate is 53.92. So there is a sort of win rate advantage in favour of Serenity. At the moment, we've got just about a minute and a half to go, and Vales has only got 5 players. Now, they will be able to go out with 5, but it's not really going to help them. Going up against the likes of Serenity with less than a full team is just suicidal, guys. Oh, we've got another one turn up. This is nice. I don't know this team, being honest with you, so let's familiarise ourselves. We've got Drakon here. Is that... I don't know how you say that, because that's probably a mixture of both. Jlos, maybe? Us? I don't know. I'm going to call you Los. Sorry, mate. Levkovichak Maxim. Can I call you Maxim? I'm going to call you Maxim. We've then got Skubik Nazaru. Can I call you Skubik? I'm going to call you Skubik. Again, I'm really sorry. Then we have Bobcon. Bobcon, that's pretty easy for me to say, so we'll keep with Bobcon. And Gruv. Gruv, I can say Gruv as well. At the moment, we've got 6. They have gone particularly heavy. 2 71s, an IS-7, an E5, an E100, and another E5. We've got 15 seconds to go. If they've only got 6, then unfortunately, they are going to find this pretty tough going. I personally would not like to be up against Serenity with anything less than a full team, if I am being honest. You know, it's just like that. But here we are, Black Goldville, 7 against 6. Already Serenity do have the advantage. They don't have the hit point advantage because, you know, they changed the tank. Spitfires went into a 95, but they've still got a Foch. Then they've got 1. They've still got the 2 FVs, a Batchat. So that's why they haven't got particularly heavy, whereas Vals has gone particularly heavy. So that's why there's a hit point advantage in favour of Vals there. Thing is, they have a tank down before we even start, and that really doesn't help. So what is Serenity going to be doing? Well, I think they're just going to be pushing headlong. The Silver there and Tacos in those FVs are just going to stay at the back. Flytix is going to try and get them spotted up along with Spitfires. Vabon and Alpha are there to cover, and Adrenito going up north towards the caves. Vals is going through the middle. Not a bad strat from Vals. If they had a good, if they had full 7, it may be quite an interesting strat for them to push. B-cap has been taken. Alpha in the Foch is moving around, looking to try and get that tank round. Flytix is coming with him. Adrenito is jumping into the A-cap. He is, oh, look at this for a move. Alpha coming round, trying to put those shots into the E100. First shot goes in. Good return fire, though, from Scoob in the E100. And Alpha taking a little bit of pain here. Vabon has come to relieve some of the pressure. Maxim there is being pushed by Vabon. We're going to stay with this one for the moment, because this is like where most of the action is going to be. Adrenito is over in the top there, but we've now got Drakon come around in the Type 71. Vabon pushing heavily into Maxim. This is not a bad move here. Good play by Vales, though, trying to just keep holding on there, trying to keep them contained. Alpha is down to a 1-shot. If they could get rid of Alpha, they will level it up. Maxim dropping his reactive armor. Shots going in from across the map. Alpha trying to get to a position of safety. He's got Drakon in the Type 71, but an E5 does go down, and now Spitfires comes in. putting a bit of pain on. Alpha surviving. Down goes the second E5. Drakon in, Scooby and now being pushed heavily. Spitfire's coming around. Alpha may not last, but he's wiggling and jiggling. Down he goes. Vabon is also looking worse for wear. However, now the FV4... Oh, down goes the E100, courtesy of Spitfires in Vabon. Here comes Tacos to help out on the Type 71. We're just going to follow this one for the moment. Drakon here, last man standing. Down he goes, and Serenity turn it over. Wowzers. Like I said, it was always going to be difficult, but fair play to Vowels. They did manage to take 2 tanks down, Vabon and Alpha. They did hold their nerve there in that corner. And did some pretty impressive stuff. Had they have had 7, however, would it have made a big difference? Well, it would have given them at least a sporting chance, to be perfectly honest with you. We're now going to swap those spawn points here on Black Volville, and I'm going to have a sip of my coffee. I hope you don't mind. Ah, there we go. So, I had my coffee. Switching the spawn points here, this time Serenity on the north spawn, Vowels on the south. Serenity looking to do a bit of swapping around here. Spitfire's jumping out and allowing Destiny to come in. Destiny being a bit optimistic there with the Sheridan missile. Don't think it's going to be allowed to happen. No, he changes it to a Sheridan. So, De Silva still in the FV4... Oh, De Silva now in the FV4005. Adrianito now in a Leo 1. Alpha in 263. Destiny in the Sheridan. Flytix in a Leo 1. Tacos in a 4005. Vabon in a 113. Apparently, out of all those there, only one of them appears in Wargaming's top 5. Top 5 tier 10 tanks for new players. So, well done, Vabon. You are flying the flag for new players. Moving over to Vowels, we have Drakon in Type 71, Loss in an IS-7, Maxim in a 140, Scoob in an IS-7, Bobcon in a Chieftain Marxist, and Gruv in an E5. So a couple of changes there. Pretty interesting stuff. I think we're going to see pretty much what we saw a minute ago, which is a big sort of massive rally from the Serenity guys, trying to put it to bed pretty early. But they've got to be careful because Vowels, as you just saw, have the ability to sort of hold their nerve and hold their ground. So you never know, you know, at the end of the day. If they can get their focus fire working, if they can stay as a group, they could potentially give Serenity a bit of a run for their money. However, time will tell. Just keep going back to that. They've already on the back foot, what with a gun out of the battle. And that is a massive advantage, funnily enough. I mean, sometimes it doesn't work that way, but most of the time it does. Anyway, enough about that. Come on, Vales. Give them a good trummeling. Try and do what you can, big guys. So, moving up to the top of the map again, and already we can see that Serenity here are going to be doing a big push right through the centre, being led by Vabon in his top 5 newbie tank. Sorry, Vabon, gotta say it. Destiny there in the Sheridan trying to get those early spots. Drakon spotted, Bobcon spotted. Oh, in fact, most of the team is spotted. This is going to give vitally important information to the Serenity guys. Let's move around and stick with Vowels because they are staying as a pack. That's not a bad idea. Drakon just holding back here, but they are going to stay as a pack. I don't think Groove managed to wanted to drop his reactive armor so soon. That could have been just a bit of an error. Maxim dropping into the C cap, trying to get those pack cap points. Vabon there in the top 5 new player tank for tier 10, coming round on his big push. Tacos coming around the back along with the 263 of is it Alpha in the 263? I think it is. Yes, it is. And Drakon here. Oh, poor old Groove is being pummeled. He dropped it a bit too soon. He needed to drop it around now. Poor old Drakon here, just trying to hold them as much as he can and contain them as much as he can. Not a bad move for a Type 71, but he's now got Alpha coming in around the back. Alpha puts a roll in, and Adrianito should be able to put the bottom plate. No, he does, but doesn't finish him off. However, down goes Maxim in the 140. Drakon here, he has lasted as long as he could possibly last. And Vabon there in his top 5 new player tier 10 tank. Oh, finally finishes him off. There you go, everybody. That's how you play a top 5 tier 10 new player tank. Down goes the E5, and now they're just trying to pick them up and patch them up. They have lost a lot of hit points, however, Serenity. So it's not like Vals didn't anything. Oh, big roll in there by Sheridan of Destiny. Looking at Scoob's last man standing, and IS-7, down he goes. This time, no loss at all to Serenity. Good stuff, great stuff there by Drakon of Vals, just trying to hold on as long as humanly possible and to stop the Serenity charge. Doing quite well there. So, guys, hold your head up high. You are playing one of the best clans on the EU server. So, you know, don't be too downhearted, everybody peeps. Anyway, it was best of 3, and that was best of 3. First 2 victories. No, I'm not trying. I'm purposely messing up Ragnar. Purposely. Fun in games. Fun in games. That's what you have to have. Fun in games. Anyway, let's have a look, see if we've got anything else coming through in the second stage here. Well, no, not at the moment. We have Serenity. They've gone through. So this one's going. So we'll be following, I think we're following Serenity next. They're not going off for another 20 odd minutes. Vals is also, when are they going off? Well, we don't know because we don't know who they're facing yet. So we've got another 20 odd minutes before anything happens. Everybody beeps. So what I'm going to do, I have got, unfortunately they're my replays, but I have got some replays somewhere that we can have a look at. Possibly, maybe, potentially. Let's have a look at the Tiger P. It's an all-right tank. This is me rolling out my young lad, Mini Fugit. He's a good lad. He's doing his best to improve, bless him. He's in his a ubiquitous KV3, the tank that he really likes to play at the moment. He's trying to get super duper brilliant at it, and to be fair, he's not doing too badly. You know, he's enjoying it, and he's doing a good WN8. You know, he's just steadying his little ship, bless him, trying to learn how to do lots of things like haul down and everything like that. Yeah, who knows? You know, maybe one day. He's only 12, so give him time. He'll get better as the more he plays, and that's the thing. That's the thing. Anyway, this is me and Tiger B, and with that, I'm just going to grab another coffee. I shall be back in a moment. Please enjoy my Tiger P game. At the beginning, it looks a bit meh, but it does, I assure you, get slightly better. Okay, I've got my coffee and I'm back. Hello, back again. Adrianito, how you doing, big man? Seeing you there in your Leo 1, you devious little devil. Great games to open with. I can see that you were a bit chilled out and you guys were just having a bit of a chill out session. It's always nice when you get that, because tomorrow it will be slightly harder. And this is only the first BYS. There's still more to go. Nia, hello. Oh, I didn't say hello to everybody, did I? How bad of me. Well, we can take some time now. Hello, Depeche Mode. Spitfires. We've just seen you in action. Kerfuffles. Hello. Kaiser Zoze. Hello. How are you doing? So we've already spoken because we talked about that. The Zombie Essa. Hello. How are you? Veronica Krupitza. Hello. How are you doing? Wild Ones Helper is here. Yes, the man who knows everything and he wants to know everything, and if you don't know it about tournaments, then there's no point even competing with the guy. I'm telling you, he knows everything there is to know. Ragnar, no, I'm actually making fun in games. It's not messing up at all. I'm doing it on purpose, dude. As I said, daily damage. Yes, glorious evening. How are you? And I think that's it. I caught up. Although there are 32 in the chat. The thing is, as I said, I mean, last night I had a bit of a sort of terrible stream because halfway through, YouTube decided to unceremoniously dump me, which doesn't help. It doesn't help at all. And so being unceremoniously dumped was a bit of a nightmare. So I had to do sort of new stream links and everything, blah blah blah. And I thought I updated it on Wargaming's spreadsheet, but apparently I didn't. And the wrong link is shown in the game. But it's not to worry. I mean, everybody knows eventually, you know, most people who are watching the tournament seems know I'm streaming, and they got there eventually, and you know, I may only have 30 people watching, but that's 30 more than would be normally watching if I wasn't doing the tournament. So hey, I'm happy. Hope you're happy. So yeah, so we've done 2.4k here. We've not done too badly, taken 2 kills. Unfortunately, I haven't lost my toon mate yet. I don't think I do. I try to keep him alive as much as possible. Good old Mini-Me. He is a Mini-Me. His nickname is Mini Fujit. He's doing quite well. He's holding his own, I tell you. And yeah, I've been playing in tier 7 quite a lot recently. I've got a video coming out on it soon about tier rushing. To be honest, I was going to release it today, but I couldn't be bothered. So I'll release it when I can be bothered, basically. I don't know how that bounced on the Panther. You know, troll armor. There you go. But you know, only one tank to go, and there's Mini-Me over there with still half his hit points, capping the bases like a little trooper that he is. So I like this game. I mean, we didn't get, you know, we didn't get anything spectacular, but it was just a nice game, a nice way to play Fort Despair in a Tiger P. You know, I liked it. Simple as that, really. So, you know, what about you guys? I mean, do you guys roll out in tier 7? I mean, I know some of you don't. I mean, Adrianito probably doesn't. He probably doesn't even know what a tier 7 is. Same as Spitfires. I don't even know if they know what tier 7 is or if tier 7 even exists. But on the grounds that we've still got 15 minutes, then unfortunately, guys, the only replays I've got at the moment are for tier 7. Do you like the Dr. Disrespect camo? I decided to stick it on. Why? Because I've got plenty of them, so might as well stick it on any tank that doesn't have a camo. Basically. Why? Because I'm tight and I don't want to spend gold on camos. Basically. So I don't. Not when I've got a Dr. Disrespect one. Oh, seems a good idea for me anyway. And it's all over. 2.4k, 750 blocked, 2 kills. Not a bad little game. I think we get a 2nd class or something like that. Maybe a 3rd class for that. Not going to be big, I don't think. Oh, 1st class. Even better. Russian MILF. Hello. That's not bad, is it? 1st class. 54,000 credits. I'll have that. And look at this. You know, look at little Mini-Me there doing what he can. Bless him. He's getting up there. He's doing his job. He's doing his job. And that's all you can ask for. So that was that one. Have I got another one? I don't know. Do you want to see me tuning with Alexander from Wargaming? Yes. This is me and Alexandra from Wargaming. We're tuning the other night. It was good fun. And be careful when you see her in a battle, guys. She actually is quite good. I think she has an average win rate of like 58% odd. So be mindful of that. She's no shrieking violet, believe me. She does know her stuff. Yanni, so tomorrow we have great matches to watch, right? Of course, we have some great matches to watch today, Yanni. You epic gamer, you know that. All the games are epic. Well, I think they are anyway. Even when people don't think they are. But I know where you're coming from, Yanni. I mean, you're too OP for yourself. Let's be honest about these things. Now, I must admit, I do like the Tiger. And I do like the Tiger P. I think they're 2 fantastic tanks. A lot of people don't like tier 7 because it's obviously got the Smasher and the Annihilator. Those tanks that people think are toxic. I actually like tier 7 because you do have these gems in there, like the Tiger 1, like the Tiger P. And they're not the only 2 gems sitting there in tier 7. There's quite a lot, guys. So don't just poo-poo the tier because of the Smasher and the Annihilator. And to be honest with you, once you get used to the tanks like the Tiger, etc., etc., believe me, Smashers and Annihilators are nothing to worry about. They really are not. Just going to sup some coffee while you have a look at my little Tiger. Look at Alexandra there pushing. Look at her pushing hard. She's pushing down onto the Pharaoh. Brilliant move. And I'm trying to get in there because she's trying to hold him up. So I'm coming round. I want to sort of try and put some shots into her, leave some of that pressure there. And oh, look at that good move from the Skoda, trying to block out my shots. But the Pharaoh goes down, and the Skoda's pushing onto me. And they're pretty difficult to actually pen, these Skodas, you know. But if you wiggle and jiggle your Tigger like this, then he'll find it difficult to pen you also. Down he goes. Didn't take any. I haven't taken any kills as of yet. Whereas I think my teammate has already got a kill. Look at that, Alexandra there getting a kill. So we haven't fully got control of this game, to be honest with you. It's not in control, not really. They are a tank, are better off than we are, so we've got to be careful of that. We do have the bases and we do have the points, but things can go downhill rapidly unless you do a snapshot like that. Boom! Dagger. Do like that snapshot. Poor old Panzer 4S looking in the opposite direction. Going to give you a little bit of a pummeling, big fella, for looking the wrong way. Oh, that was a good shot though. Well focused. But now you're all one shot to everybody. Now I can see the team are pushing down towards the KV2. A bit ballsy by the MT25, but he gets away with it. Now they've got the Eagle and the KV2 down there, so let's get involved. Here comes Alexandra, look, in her M6 A2E1. Bit of a stonking tank, that. So she tries to jump onto the Eagle slightly. Unfortunately, the Eagle didn't sort of allow it to happen, which was a shame. It would have been a great little crush. But what can you do, eh? And then we win on points. Look at that. Points make prizes. Prizes make points. And a win is a win. And I keep telling everybody, a win is a win. And the idea of the game is to win. The idea of the game is not always to get big damage or little trinkets. It's to win. 43,000 credits. I'll take that and my little Tigger. And look at that. Oh, look at that. Great damage between the two of us there. Just over 3k. Lovely jabbly. Really good game, that. I enjoyed it. South America Grillmeister Flash. How are you? Right, let's have a look and see if we've got any more results coming through. We should have. So let's see if we can get that up and running and working so everybody can have a look. So this is where the standings are at the moment. It hasn't updated. Let me refresh it. Let's get it updated. Got to be refreshed. Clearly. So let's see if there's any surprises. At the moment, no. Dash Pink are through, and they were playing Creed Q in the upper bracket final there. Moving down, wow, Serenity have got commas in the upper bracket final. So no surprises yet. Oxygen are through. I'm seeing if there's any shockers out there. Not in the moment from what I can see. Imor are through. Zenith are through. They're playing Rise. That'll be a toughish game, I think. Appa are through. No surprise there. Carrying on down. I'm just trying to see if there's anything. Oh, First Alliance are not through. They are down in the lower bracket semi-final against ISP. That'll be a shocker for them. They lost 2-0 there. Looking here, no big surprises there. What about here? No big surprises. A1M are through. Still no big surprises. Risk are through. I'm not seeing any massive surprises. Endgame clearly are through. Although they had a bit of a blip yesterday, I understand. 57th are through. Win are through. Oh, well done, Win. They're playing Charm. That'll be a tough game. BPS are through. They're playing Wham. Carrying on down. So that's Group 22. This is the one that Every Good Name is taking is streaming. So just trying to see. BPS, the other BPS team is through as well. Again, no surprise there. TTT through. Child through. Cash are through. That must be First Alliance's second team. This is their first team, so their first team are through. I'm still looking to see. Wanted are through. I don't know if that's their top team or what, though, because they've got a couple of teams. SNRG are through. Jokes are through. MFG are through. Where's Legion there? Look, they're through into. They're facing off against Meta. Vale are through. They're playing Smear. Smear 4 actually. So you just turned over 7 Lion 2-0. So the last one down the bottom here is Raid. Let's have a look at Raid. Who are they facing? Raid will be facing Wanted, and I don't know, as I said, if that's their first team or second team. So I have no idea. But no surprises so far in the tournament. Not really. Although it depends if that one Ted is their main team or not. Let's have a look. Have I got another replay? Possibly, but I need to find one. So bear with me, everybody, while I try and find a replay. Da da da. Da da da. Okay, here we go. Me in a KV3 again with little mini Fugit. So there we are. Let's see how that works and goes. So that's what we're looking at, guys. We've got another 10 minutes to go before the next game, so hopefully this one's not going to push us too far to the limit. It shouldn't do. We should be fine. Must admit, I hadn't played the KV3 for a long time, and little mini-me persuaded me. Greetings from West Virginia. Wow, I didn't know if I've ever had anybody come on from West Virginia. So hello, Stanky Frank from West Virginia. I don't know if I think I've been there, West Virginia. I'm not sure. I've been to Virginia. Is that West Virginia? I don't know. I can't remember. But welcome. Great to have you here, man. Really good. So yeah, as I was saying, I haven't played the KV3 for a long time. And Mini-Me persuaded me to roll out in a tune with him. And you know what? I really enjoyed it. It was quite good fun. Although I am getting sniped from the back of the map there from a camping SU 100, which was a bit of a pain. But you know, there he goes again. Like, now we're able to spot him. And whilst he was a pain, he put 2 free shots into me. We are now going to wreck him. Because why not? He's got hardly any armor. He's tall and he's doomed. Simple, really. Boom. Bye. So again, I mean, we were just able to hold the line here and push when we needed to push and do what we needed to do when we needed to do it. And yeah, okay, I lost a lot of hit points, but they are, like I keep saying to everybody, you know, as long as if you can stay the course, you can do the thing that you need to do and win the game and help your team to win the game, then that's all that matters. Everything else is, you know, bonuses, really. And that's the way I'm approaching it. But then again, I'm not a top super duper unicorn player. So I'm not, you know, I'm not after damage and massive win rate. I'm after fun and enjoyment and getting better at the game. And that may take time. I am 50 after all. It's not like I'm a young lad. Anyway, look at little mini-me there. Again, saving all his HP, doing the right stuff, pushing where he needs to push, sticking his tank where he needs to stick it. And that's all you can ever ask. You know, really chuffed about that. He's doing fantastico stuff. And we should win this now. We've got the bases, we've got the points, we've got the tanks on the battlefield, and we've got the HP. And it was, well, all over. There you go. Boom, dagger, 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 dagger. Nice little rollout in the KV3. Must admit, I did enjoy it. Did enjoy playing the KV3. Didn't think I was going to, but I did. And just for my troubles, I got a second class, which surprised me. What surprised me even more is that I got a second class, and I got 44,000 credits. And Mini-Me, I think, only got a third class, which greatly annoyed him. And as you can see, he did more damage than me. Little monkey. Anyway, we're waiting for that room. It should be coming up any time soon. Henry Plantagenet. Yes. The the lost king or lost monarchy line of England, the Plantagenets. So we're just waiting for that room. It should pop up anytime soon. To be honest with you, about another minute, and then we'll jump in. As I said, we should be rolling out with Serenity against the other guys in the upper bracket final here today on Prove Your Skill number 2, and then we'll jump. Then I believe we drop straight down to the lower bracket final, and then we go straight to the grand final to to see who is going to go through. There we go, look, tournament match, boom. So we're rolling out on Yukon. Now, only, I believe, for this stage of the tour, the top 2 go through again, pretty much like yesterday, and everybody else is out. So we are going to be whittling those groups down and down and down, and then tomorrow it's going to be a little bit different. It is going to be a little bit different. Be a bit tougher than what we're seeing today, to be fair. Yeah, well, as I do say that in the video that I'm about to release, that you don't always need to roll out with the top derpy gun, to be honest. You can roll out in a gun that's not so derpy. And I don't think my link got updated. No, it didn't. Not really. But it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You know, I'm going to sup some coffee. Bear with me while I do slurping noises. Actually, I'm going to turn the mic off and do slurping noises and then turn the mic back on again. There we go. So just over 3.5 minutes to go before we roll out into this upper bracket final today. And then we'll do the lower bracket final. I'm pretty sure we do the lower bracket final straight away after that. And then we go straight into the grand final. So it's only that brief interlude between the first games and these games that replays are required. And the reason I use replays, guys, is because I can't play on PC. And obviously I'm streaming on PC. And I don't know, I'm a touch player, so I don't know all the controls or anything. So it's pretty difficult for me to jump down onto a PC to try and play. So that's why I don't do it, guys, to be fair. Anyway, let's jump into the room. So we have Commerce and Serenity here on Yukon. Serenity going out on the north spawn on Yukon and Commerce going out on the south spawn. At the moment, we have De Silva in the FV4005. Again, Adrianito now into a VK72. Alpha into an E4. Destiny sticking with that Sheridan. Spitfires into a Mouse. Wowzers. Them 7 in an Object 268-4. Vabon into the Ammo Rack Beastie, the 60 TP. There is a full team against them. We've got Commerce here with, I don't know this clan either, so I need to reveal it. So Nuclear. We have Nuclear in a Sheridan. Atash. Okay, Atash in a Type 71. General KG in a Type 71. KG Sealer in a Type 71, I believe. Yes. Kapat. Or Cowpat, or, I think that's how you meant to pronounce it, or Kupat, in another type. No, he's not in a 71, he's an IS-4. UFSKG, I believe he is in an IS-4, in a Type 71, yes he is. And they have When the Devil Clash You. Clash You? Okay, maybe. When the Devil Clash You there in the FV4202. Now, don't know what the win rates are of the teams. Let's have a quick Scooby-Doo at that, if we can. So, quick Scooby-Doo at that. We already know what Serenity's are. So, Komu is 55.19. So, again, advantage sitting with Serenity on that win rate. However, anything can happen. Never underestimate anything. Never underestimate your opponent. I'm pretty sure here Serenity aren't underestimating anything. I mean, they've taken a good mixture of tanks there. Okay, they have got some TDs, as you can see. But De Silva is in a 60 TP now. He's dropped out the FV4005. You know, caution favours the brave. And you decided that the 4005 was just one too many TDs onto this map. Less than half a minute to go before kickoff on this, the upper bracket final. PYS number 2, Group 2, Prove Your Skill number 1, Group 2, second stage, upper bracket final. Let's give it a go. Ooh, yeah. And it's now that you do the racing commentary. And they're off. But they're not, because we've got to wait. Renisho, how you doing? So, hit points. Not much in it this time. I mean, Serenity are just poking it out a little bit. There's nothing really much to mention there. It's enough. But Serenity, what are they going to be doing? Let's get up high into the back of the map and try and work out what they're doing. Looks like they're going for a B and an A strat. Maybe with the middle, looking at that mouse there, Spitfires. Looks like Spitfires is moving towards the middle area. Maybe towards... He's got some great shiny camo there. Sheridan of Destiny pushing through. Yeah, so Spitfires is going to be looking for this area. They're looking to probably pressure onto that C cap. Whereas you can see their Nuclear in the Sheridan pushing around along with the Devil May Clash You, or Clash You. He's going to stop there, but Nuclear in the Sheridan trying to get round here. He's going to try and put a sneaky one at the back of Alpha, and it may actually work. He doesn't know that Alpha is there. He knows that something is there. But anyway, we're going to leave that and quickly push over because there's a push by Serenity onto the C-cap where they're trying to catch out these 71s. Now, the Type 71 is a difficult tank. Now, Spitfires is pushing through. Vabon is trying to come round the back. Alpha, he's got cover with the M7 there, or them 7. Vabon coming round. General KG is being focused. General KD goes down, courtesy of Adrianito, and that was not what Commas wanted. Now, UFS KG is looking worse for wear. It looks like that is the call. Take down UFS KG. He's now one shot. Spitfires maybe looking to ram him. Vabon being, no, he rams Atash instead. UFS is still alive. Katash goes down. Now Alpha coming round in that E4. He's not fully loaded. They're leaving UFS. They're focusing on to KG Sealer. Oh, he tried to get the ram, but Spitfires just knocked him off. Down goes 2 tanks as they push onto Kapat. Kapat here, oh, he's in a terrible, terrible position, to be perfectly honest with you. Surrounded by the Serenity boys of the 60 TP, the VK and the E4. Alpha here just protecting De Silva from potential ammo racking. Last man standing is Kapat. Was last man standing, and down he goes. Boof! Oof! Good stuff. Serenity then not losing a tank, but not really having it all their own way. They did lose quite a few hit points, if I'm being honest with you. If you see there, I mean, 16,000 they dished out, but they did have 5,300 taken away from them. So, not a bad move. I could see what the Sheridan there of Nuclear was trying to do, but with the big push on C, it just really wasn't going to be their day. We're going to swap those spawn points now here on Yukon. This time we will have Serenity on the south spawn and Commas on the north spawn. There's probably going to be a lot of meta changing as well. De Silva jumping into a Death Star. Looks like they're just floating around here on Commas. Nuclear now jumping into the IS-4, and when they outclass you, or when the enemy outclasses you into the Sheridan, everybody else pretty much in the same tanks, which amounts to 40 Type 71s and 1 IS-4. Moving over to Serenity, De Silva and Adrianito both dropping into 183 Death Stars. Oh, that's a lot of pain if they can get those working. Alpha into the FV4005, Spitfires into a Mouse, them 7 in a Mouse, Vabon in a T22. Destiny is toying with a 121B, and he has. And he has, and he has, and he has. So, well, he's still toying with the 121B. He's uncertain. Flytix just sat on the bench in a traditional tank, the Type 71. Sorry, just needed to finish off my coffee. 20 seconds to go, and Destiny is still umming and ahhing, finally deciding on the 121B. So this is going to be an interesting one. This time, with those swapping of the spawns, it could be interesting to see where Serenity are going to go. Are they going to go through middle again, take C, push around onto the A cap area, or push through the middle, or just push straight onto B? They've got 2 Death Stars. Those Death Stars will be looking to unleash their Hesh onto those tanks pushing through. They would love to be able to smack that Sheridan. That I can assure you. Hit points in favour of Commas, mainly because of the FVs. So let's get up high into the back of the map. And it looks like T22 of Vabon and the 121B of Destiny are heading to the D cap, and everybody else is in for the C cap. Spitfires in them 7 are holding that line straight to C in those Mooses. The Sheridan of Nuclear is coming round. He is going to be spotting Destiny, which he does. Now, Nuclear can't really stay there. Destiny has got a good gun. Nuclear doesn't have such an accurate gun. And he's doing the right thing, and he's hightailing it out. The A cap, it looks like the call, but they've also got General and Kupat coming round through the middle area. Alpha in the 4005 is just nicely safe, waiting. And then you've got Vabon there, pushing down on when the Devil May Clash you in that Sheridan. The 183 is just hanging back. De Silva and Adrianito. That's all they're going to be doing at the moment. They're just hanging back until something pops. Adrianito has been smacked a little bit by somebody. I think it was Kaput. But Kaput is being pummeled here. They're in the middle, thinking that they're pretty safe because they've been watching videos saying if you go here, you're pretty safe. And they're not actually going to be that safe. Alpha is getting some great shots into General KG. And General KG now is being farmed from the side from Vabon. Spitfire's now making the move there in the mouse, trying to push on to General KG. General JG is the target, and down he goes. However, there's a counter push towards Vabon in the T22. Vabon's got to be careful. He's going to try and take out Nuclear, but Kaput and KG Silla are coming in. We're just going to watch this for a moment. He takes down the Sheridan. Now we're going to get back over to the other side of the map because I want to see what the 183s are going to be doing. Atash looking worse for wear. Alpha making the 4005 work as hard as it can. Adrianito coming down to try and help out on the on UFS KG. Oh, he gets a big roll and then he gets double tapped by De Silva in the other 183. So quickly we've got to get over to Kuput and KG Silla, who are giving Vabon a hard time, but Vabon is still alive in this T22. It's still there and he's still enjoying it. And he may go down. Destiny did go down on 121B. Vabon in managing to get into cover. How? I don't know. Wow, my giddy aunt. Kaput also surviving that shot coming in. Adrianito looking to finish off KG Silla here with a big roll from the 183. Oh, he gets a lovely roll, but it's a bounce from Alpha. And down goes the 183, but down goes the Type 71. Vabon is still alive. So Adrianito out, Destiny down, but it doesn't matter. It is a win for Serenity. And wow, what a lovely little game. I must admit, I wouldn't have, some of those 183 shots, I felt sorry for those on the receiving end. You can see there, Vabon really making the T22 sing, doing 4.1k in damage. Adrianito knocking out 2k, and De Silva knocking out 700. De Silva. 0 to 0 in one game. Anyway, enough of that. We've got to jump straight in to the next battle. So I'm going to jump in. This is going to be Q4Z4Q against Comus, who we've just seen. Just going to jump out because of there is a stream delay, but it's not enough. I've got to wait for just over a minute, guys, before we jump in. So when that counter gets to the 3-minute mark, we'll jump back in. Can't do it before that because my stream delay is the minimum requested, which is just around the 3 minute, just over 3 minutes. Anyway, as I was saying, the one problem with the FV183 is that sometimes the gun works, sometimes the gun doesn't work. Sometimes it will sing like a sweet little bird, and sometimes it will just go meh. That's the problem. Clearly, Adrianito had a better time in the 183 in that game, making the gun sing a little bit. Although he did lose his life for doing so. But it doesn't matter. A win is a win, is a win, is a win, is a win. So just over 3.5 minutes to go, guys, before we drop into this lower bracket final, which is what we're looking at now. This is the lower bracket final to see who gets through to face Serenity in today's grand final here. So, oh, good fun. I think we're now going to see more traditional lineups from these two clans. I don't think we're going to see, 183s and stuff like that. But you never know. I would love to look kerfuffles, but I can look actually without destroying the stream. they are quite a way down, our Legion, if I remember rightly. I'm trying to find them. I'll have to look in a bit because they are quite a long way down. They are down in Group 38. So let me just jump in there. I've already read it up. But Group 38 they are in. Where are Legion? They've got some great players in Legion. Group 38. So looking at Legion. Legion are through to today's grand final. They don't know who they're facing yet because they're going out now. We're going out on Oasis Palms. We will have Q4Z4Q on the south spawn in Comus on the north spawn. Looking at, I don't know Q4Z4Q. So who have we got here? We got Mambet. So hello Mambet. We got Azamat. The only Azamat I know is the one from, no, I'm not going to say Borat, but yeah, you know what I mean. Kazar. We've got Nur Sultan. And then we've got Seilu. I'll call you Seilu. And we got, is that Kripsak? I believe, something like that. And then we've got Crush Random. Okay. And then we have Sax. Looking at those names, they're probably a Kazakh clan, which is good. That's interesting. Nice to have a Kazakh clan. Let's have a quick check. Doesn't really say, but it looks like they could be a Kazakh clan. I don't know. I don't really know. It could be. I'm just going on that because it says Kazakh there. Anyway, let's have a look at their lineups. So for Q4Z4Q, we have a VK72, a Sheridan, an Object 268-4, an E50M, a Type 71, another E50M, and another Type 71. So interesting. Commas, well, we have Nuclear in the IS-4, a Tash in a Type 71, General in a T7 in Type 71, KG in a 71, Kaput in an IS-4, UFS in a 71, and when the enemy goes class, or something like that, in a Sheridan. So that's what we have. Yeah, well, you know, not everybody likes to add ranks. Some do. But maybe now they've introduced like your special avatar and special camo. Is it a special avatar or a special camo? I can't remember. Then obviously, you know, it gives more incentive to get those ranks. But anyway, enough of that. We are now going out. Preview skill number 1, second stage, group 2, finals, lower bracket here on the EU server. On Oasis Palms. Always a lovely little map, Oasis Palms. Not seen this Q4's team play before, so this is a first for me, probably is for you. It looks like that both of these clans are recent migrations from the CIS service, so this is good. It's good to see the competitiveness of the servers is getting better with the influx. Anyway, we've got Kazakh in the Sheridan pushing heavily, trying to get those spots. Crush and Silu have been spotted as they drop towards C. Now, over on the other side, we have Commas. They are looking to cover the B cap and probably try and steal that A cap. KG Silla there in the Type 71, just trying to side scrape off. Oh, he definitely avoids that. Sax, however, in the Type 71 pushing in. The cap advantage will go to Q4. Now they are looking to be able to take B, and they'll probably get away with that, to be perfectly honest with you. And they do get away with that. Cap is not reset. Okay, the Type 71s did take a bit of a brawling when they came out there, but they did manage to take the cap. Cap advantage is firmly with Q4. Now, when the devil clash you, it's very difficult to say that name, to be fair. They are trying to push now with Commas. All that Q4 need to do is hold their head and hold their ground, and they will get this with their bases. However, here comes the push from Commas. Commas are pushing heavily onto the VK of Mambet. Mambet here pushed into the corner, and he's going to have a lot of Commas tanks around him. Not the easiest tank to actually pen, however, but they are managing it here. And poor old Member in the 72, seeing his HP just whittled down to nothingness. And he is now a one-shot. So there you go. Down he goes. Now they moved on to the Object 2684 of Nursultan. So Nursultan here, he's in a world of pain. Gonna leave that because he just is in a world of pain. Nursultan down, Membat down, but Nuclear's down and so is UFS. So the mediums and the lights over this side, along with that lone Type 71, doing their job as they are able to regroup. Hit points are actually in favour though of Commerce. They have got the hit points. Now they're going to steal the B cap. Crush Random and Sax can't really do much. Kazakh, well, he's just lost a shedload of HP in that Sheridan. There's not much he can do other than possibly steal the A cap, but he's not doing that. Now Crush Random is being pushed hard here. He's going to go down. Down he goes. Great covering fire there by Kuput. Now they turn their attention to Sax. Poor old Sax. He is... Oh, down goes KG, but Sax is down as well. It's 3 against 4 when the devil may clash you. Pushing down onto the other Sheridan of Kazakh. He doesn't finish him off. Oh, that's a great shot from Silao. But can Kazakh make anything of this? He's got to land the shot. And he does. The Sheridan goes down. It's 3 against 2. Points are in favour of Q4. Now it's 2 against 2. But it's a very healthy Type 71 and a very healthy Kaput in an IS-4. They just need to hold on. Selu needs to get to safety in that E50M. Kuput is trying to chase him down, but he's got to stay safe. General will get a shot up the back, and he does. Great shot coming across there from the Sheridan of Kazakh, but down goes the E50. Kazakh, he has got the advantage on points, but it is going to go at the moment to Kuza, to Commerce. And oh, he rams himself to deathy death. I don't think he meant to do that. Wowzers. I don't think that was the game plan. I don't think he intended to ram himself to oblivion. What a great little game. Good little brawls going on 2 sides of the map there. Great little push from Commerce straight on down onto that VK and that Object 268. But over the other side of the map, which we weren't watching, a great counter push from the E50M and the Sheridan, with of course that lone Type 71. That game could have gone either way. Close, close, close. We're going to swap the spawn points now here on Oasis Palms. This time we will have Q4 on the north spawn in Commerce on the south spawn. So looking at Q4, we have Membet in an STB1, Kazakh in a Chieftain Mark 6, Nursultan in an Object 2684, Selau in a Vickers, Krisak in a T62, Crush, I don't think he can go in a Sheridan missile, but kudos to you if you can, and Sax in a T22. Moving over to Commerce, we have Nuclear in the IS-4, Atash in the Type 71, General KG in the Type 71, KG Sealer in the Type 71, Kaput in an IS-4, UFS in a Type 71, and When the Devil May Clash You, I think that's right this time, in a Sheridan. Crush is in a Sheridan also. Well, those are the lineups. Now, Q4 there didn't play badly, to be honest with you. Okay, they may have just, not anticipated the big push through the middle. They could have given the VK72 a little bit more support, and that may have been a game changer. But in the spirit of the game, things change on the ground very quickly, so you can't fault them to that. However, what we do know, it was a close game. So the chances are there could also be a close game. And if they can close this one, turn it around, bring it to 1-1, we then go to a decider. And everybody loves a decider. So here we go. Game number 2 here in this lower bracket final. Don't forget, only one of these will progress to the final, and by default, only one of these will progress to tomorrow. So there's a lot at stake, everybody. Now, it looks like this time Q4 are going en masse to that C-cap. T62, STB, T22, Sheridan. They're very, very mobile, are Q4. And they're trying to use that mobility to put Commerce under cap pressure. Nuclear there being caught out off guard a little bit. Shots going across. One did land, but didn't do too much. Moving across the map, you can see that Commerce are looking for the B and the A cap, with Nuclear just there to be like a rear guard. KG taping that B cap. A cap has been taken, and now there's a rotation back. Atash teaming up with Kaput, looking there to push down and probably get some crossfires in if they try to push Nuclear. And as you can see, Membet there in the STB just having a... No, it wasn't Membet. That's me being bad. It was Nusultan. So just looking at the way they're lining up, now we've got Q4 rotating back towards their spawn. They may be able to catch up when the Devil clash you. And it looks like Silu is trying to push down on that. They need to try and stop him, but they can't. They're still counter pushing, rotating round, looking for that A cap now. Sheridan have crushed random. And Silu in the T62 looking to try and corner when the Devil may clash you. However, those shots do not land. Now the Devil may clash. Oh, but that shot did land. Coming from the other side of the map from the Object 2684 of the Sultan. Now the STB of Mambet coming in, but losing all his HP and going down courtesy of that rear guard of the Type 71 and the IS-4. Sheridan here, when the Devil may clash you, is still holding on. Sachs managing to just get out of the line of fire of the heavies. Takes down the Sheridan. Hit points are in favour, however, of Comers. General now looking to push down onto Sachs. Sachs is doing his best to get out and put shots in. Ooh, Sachs goes down massively. Nothing he can do about that. Now the Chieftain of Kazakh UFS is doing his utmost to give him a hard time. 2 tanks down, Crush in that Sheridan is now a one shot. He's got to be very careful because he's going to lose his HP. He's not going to be out DPM, and down he goes to KG. No, that was the 268 going down to KG, but it does go down to General KG anyway. 3 against 6. It looks like this one's going to definitely go to... Oh, however, tank goes down. It's 1 against too many. And it's all over on points anyway. So there we have it. Unfortunately, Q4 not progressing any further despite their valiant effort. In that game, don't take this the wrong way, guys, but Commerce convincingly outplayed you. We are now jumping straight into the grand final, where Commerce will play Serenity. So we can take that. Push that back out. So there we have it. This is the grand final, and as I said, as far as I am aware, both these teams go through to tomorrow in any event. So they'll be looking for posturing, however. They will be looking for posturing. Well, those were interesting games. Not going to lie there. Did enjoy those games. First game was a lot closer. The second game, Commerce really showing that they can dominate on the battlefield there and really spoiling Q4's day. But to be fair, you know, credit where credit is due. They did outplay Q4 in that last game. However, that was then, this is now. They are now going up against Serenity. Oh, he shot HE against the wall, not ram. I thought he rammed it. Either way, he blew himself to bits. I don't think he could have won if he would have taken if he would have just rolled up to the A cap, but he did have it against him. Bless him. Anyway, this is the grand final now. As I say, Serenity against Commerce. Now, Serenity may play this one a little bit differently. They have played Commerce twice. They do get to understand how they play, what they're likely to do, where they're likely to go, etc., etc. So you may see them pulling out some of the stranger meta selections, but you never know. To be fair. Anyway, we are on Desert Sands. We will have Serenity on the north spawn, Commerce on the south spawn. Looking at the lineups at the moment, Serenity are tanked down because I'm not playing, I'm just a spectator. But we have Adrianito in the AMX-50B, Alpha in the WZ-121, Destiny in the Hori, Spitfires in the T-95, Tacos in the Type 71, and Vabon undecided. And now Adrianito is undecided. Vabon is jumping into a Type 71, Adrianito into a Type 71 also. Moving over to Commerce, we have Nuclear in the IS-4, Atash in the Type 71, General KG in the Type 71, KG Sealer in the Type 71, Kaput in the Type 71, UFS in the Type 71, and When the Devil in the Sheridan. Yeah, Jack, there's always angry drivers in this part of the world. It wouldn't be so bad if they could drive, but because they can't. They're terrible. Some of the drivers here are terrible, and they're very angry at being terrible. Just the way it works. So, so yeah. It's constant noise. I mean, it really is constant noise. Beep, beep. You just wait for another hour and you hear beep, beep, followed by woo, 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 woo. Unbelievable. Anyway. Oof. So, Flytix is now jumped in. We have everybody turning up. And there's going to be lots of meta changes here for Serenity. They're not going out in the tanks that we thought they were going out in. So Adrianito in the 71, Alpha in the 121, although Adrianito is still undecided. Destiny in the Ho-Ri, still. No, Adrianito is back to the 50B. Taco's Vabon in the 71, Spitfire still in the 95, Flytix in the VK, and everybody else, no change. As I said, this is Desert Sand. It's going to be interesting to see which way they go. Are they going to push down that tracks on the inside leg and then onto the bridge in through, trying to catch them off guard? The thing is, there are no TDs on Commerce side. They do have the Sheridan. That's the only mobility they have. All the other tanks are a little bit slow and clunky because they're heavies. So it's going to be interesting to see the strat that Commerce is going to pull out here. Looking at that lineup, I would say that they are more likely to pull out a B and a C strat rather than an A strat out into the desert. I don't know. I don't know what equipment they've got loaded in that Type 71. They could have the depression, or they could have the additional sort of suspension. Not the suspension, yeah, the suspension to make it go a bit faster. De Silva's now jumped into a CCTP at the expense of Flytix. Anyway, Flytix is spectating a lot. 7 seconds to go before we roll out in kickoff. So I'm interested to see what Commerce are going to do here with that lineup. If they go to the ACAP, they will completely take me by surprise. Serenity, on the other hand, difficult to say what they're going to do. They'll be looking to push and give a bit of pain, I would have thought. Are they going to push down the tracks, though? And through the bridge? I don't know, is the honest answer. Or are they just going to push straight out into the desert? Well, actually, Commerce have taken me by surprise. They're taking me by surprise. They are sort of looking at going into the desert. Serenity, however, well, some of them were pushed into the desert. Nuclear and Kaput are coming down. De Silva, however, Alpha and Adrianito just hanging back. And poor old Kaput there really getting pummeled as he comes down. And same as Nuclear, but so is Tacos. The devil may clash you. Rushing through. Tacos is looking worse for wear. He's got to be very careful here, Tacos, because Nuclear is looking to finish him off, but now comes De Silva looking to put a big roll in the back. Oh, and he does. He puts a massive roll into the back. Nuclear is looking worse for wear, and down he goes. It looked like Tacos weren't going to hold on, and Vabon is also looking worse for wear. Kaput is coming in to try and take on Vabon. Vabon is looking to hold forth. KG Silva coming in as well to really put Vabon down, and Vabon goes down. Tacos is also looking worse for wear, but Atash goes down first. Down goes Tacos. So 2 Type 71s are down, but Spitfires is there. And now they've got them kind of contained. Let's be honest, Commerce here is kind of contained, and Serenity should be able to just farm them a little. Big rolls coming in from Alpha and Destiny and those TDs. And Kaput and Sealer trying to get the devil out of there. De Silva just waiting for his load time. He's going to be looking at the UFS, I think, or General rather than the 2 low hit point targets. It's a bit of a wasted shell for him. Adrianito, however, is looking to give some pressure to the devil. And down. Oh, there he goes. General KG, down he goes. Down goes Kaput. The devil and KG Silla are still alive. It's going to be UFS who's going to be still, down he goes, courtesy of the AMX of Adrianito. Spitfire's looking to put one into the rear end of the UFS KG. The Sheridan will go down, courtesy of Adrianito at this rate. Or maybe not. UFS KG, Adrianito looking to put him down, and he does. Now the Sheridan should be able to get, yes he does. When the Devil clash you, he's on very low hit points, 188. Spitfires with the ram, and the shot at the same time takes him down. And Serenity 1-0 up. But that was not as easy as it looked for them. They lost 3 tanks there. Pretty good focus fire from Commerce. Unfortunately, they then got a bit congested in the middle, which allowed them to be farmed a little bit from the likes of Destiny and Alpha there in the Hori and the Grilla. Swapping those spawn points, we will now have Serenity on the south spawn and Commerce on the north. Commerce have already readied up. We have got Nuclear in the IS-4, Atash in the Type 71, General KG in the 71, KG Sealer in the 71, Kaput in the 71, UFS in the 71, and When the Devil still in that Sheridan. Therefore, we're just waiting for Serenity to pick their meta. It looks like we have De Silva in the 60 TP, Adrianito in the WZ113. That's right, one of the top 5 best tier 10s for new players. Alpha in the Leo 1, Destiny in the FV4202, Tacos into a Death Star, Vabon into a Batchat, and Spitfires staying by looks of it in the T95. So those are the lineups. 1 game to go. Potentially for Serenity, 2 games to go, potentially for Commerce. Can they change it around? Can they put some pain onto Serenity? Don't forget, guys, of Commerce, you are playing one of the top clans on EU. So don't be too downhearted. It's as simple as that. You know, when you're playing these type of clans on the EU server, and Serenity is one of those big top clans, then holding your own against them is easier said than done. Believe me, I've played against these type of clans, and it is traumatic. They seem to land every shot, no matter where you go. Anyway, enough of the chatter. Let's get into the game. Game time. As you can see, Taco's jumping into that FV. Now, De Silva is going to be covering that crossing point to the rest of the team. Taco is probably going to hang around here. Destiny is switching across. Vabon is looking to get that early spot, and he does. He sees When the Devil. He does get smacked for his troubles, though, from that Sheridan. I don't think he expected that, but Vabon managing to get out there. They are putting blind shots down the tracks because they're wondering where is that FV, and that's exactly what they're doing. They are coming out, however, into the desert again. Oh, big roll there into Nuclear. De Silva now coming down, pushing down onto Nuclear. They will take the A cap, will Commerce, but De Silva pushing in, trying to get the shot onto Nuclear in that IS-4. He does manage to connect. The IS-4 also connects, though. Kaput now looking to push down onto De Silva, however, in this 60 TP. You can see over at the back, oh, the Devil there getting smacked around a little bit. I think that didn't come from Tacos, that came from the Leo. And now there's cross shots coming into Kaput. He is in a dangerous position because they've got Destiny there. And Kaput, down he goes, courtesy of Adrianito in the WZ113. Down, down, down. And now the tide is turning. Down goes Nuclear in the IS-4, courtesy of De Silva. Adrianito now being pushed, suckering in those Type 71s. Destiny and De Silva looking to get those rear actions. And down, however, goes Adrianito in the 113. But a lot of hit points were lost. 3 tanks down, Nuclear, KG, Silla, and Kaput. UFS is going to go down, courtesy of Alpha there in the Leo. Now they're going to push down onto the General KG in the 71. Not much the General can do, not going to lie. He gets some good shots into Alpha. Alpha just blocking De Silva there. Gets a great shot in. Down he goes, and down goes the other one. Just the Sheridan left again, which is When the Devil. This one is clearly going to Serenity. Serenity on top form today. Not much Commerce can do. They played as well as they could have done. As I said, they're up against one of the best clans on the EU server, so don't be too downhearted, gents. Or ladies and gents. Anyway, what a great little tour for today. And there we have it. Destiny in the FV there, really churning out some damage. Yes, he did. Look at that. So 16,700 knocked out, but 10,000 knocked out by Commerce. So don't hold your head down too much, guys. Both of these teams progress. Now, just put in the picture, that is realistically it for today. There are no more. We were here, so Serenity have played all their games for today. No more games for today. We are now into tomorrow for the third stage. But we're not going anywhere just yet because we need to have a look on what are the scores on the doors, George Doors. Anyway, so Pink and Creed Q are rolling out at the moment in their final. That is being streamed by Aminet, remember? So if you, that one, I don't know if it's still ongoing. It may be, probably is. So Aminet is streaming that, guy. So if you want to pop over and see the tail end of those streams, then by all means go and do that. You know, I won't take it the wrong way because they haven't finished yet. We've got Serenity, that's a result. We have Oxygen there, that is also a result. All these teams go through, however. Quick, that's also a result. Imor are still playing. That is being streamed by Manu, remember, in Italiano. That's not, we haven't got a result there yet. We haven't got a result here. We haven't even got a player here yet because the lower bracket final is still going. And I would have thought it would have been finished by now, but there we go. APA, well, that's a result for them. That one's still ongoing as well. Still ongoing. Trying to see if we've got any more results. Endgame, well, Endgame, easy breezy for them today. 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. Carrying on down. Pog, that's another result. Win are still playing. BPS, top team, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. So they've had a bit of an easy one as well. Da-da. Moving down, well, another result there of M1A1S. The other BPS team is still playing Crim there, so they're still playing. Still looking. Cash have got a result against Tox. Still, one said turning over BTT there. I don't know if that's their top team though. Could be. Still moving down. SNRG is still playing. Jokes are still playing. All these in the grand final are through to tomorrow. So you know, ASN are through or up top there. Legion are still playing against RDNT. Vale, my clan. Well, they had a bit of a nice break today. 2-0, 2-0, 2-0 for them. Turning over 7 Lion there in the grand final. All the rest of them are still out there. Rushing Punisher there too, and he's got a result. We're only down to group 46. Not many groups to go now, guys. So don't worry. Almost finished. Still no results down here. Who? Well, they're turning over. Raid. That is being streamed by iShot, as I say, in Russian. So again, if you want to go and catch the end of that, guys, by all means do so. And I didn't look at group 22, which is Every Good Name is Taken. He is streaming it around. That one's still ongoing as well. So by all means, guys, pop over and go and see those. That's the end of all the games for me today. We've followed them all. There are no more games. So looking at group 22. Well, I tried to look at group 22. Go back down to group 22. Make sure there's no result. There's no result, so Every Good Name is Taken is still doing that. And so Aminet has finished hers. I finished mine. Group 6 is in Italian. Imor in Eagles, they're still playing. And then the last one, Every Good Name is Taken, is still streaming. Then the last one is 54, and 54 being done by iShot in Russian. Raid and ITED, that is still playing as well. So by all means, guys, go and have a squander, a gander, or whatever you want to call it, at those other streams. I won't take anything from it. It's not a problem. Hello. Because it's all good. Anyway, that is it from me today, to be fair. I am back again tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow my proper stream link will be there. Because today's stream link was the wrong one. But hopefully tomorrow it'll be the proper stream link. I enjoyed every minute of that. I hope you did. Tomorrow, guys, is going to be a little bit tougher for the teams. We've lost another 50% of the teams today. We're narrowing it down to those final top teams. So they will find it slightly more complex tomorrow. Win rate seeding isn't going to help them that much on the strongest to weakest principle, to be perfectly honest with you, because most of the teams that I've got through, at least half of them are strong. Anyway, guys, I've been Fujit. That has been Prove Your Skill number 1, stage 2, group 2 on the EU server. I absolutely enjoyed every minute of that. I hope you did. Love to see you all again. Those of you who haven't, it doesn't cost you anything. Just press a little button that says like and press another little button that says subscribe, because it really, really does go a long way. Anyway, until then, that's the last time I'm going to prostitute myself out on this stream. Until then, I am going to go. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. And until the next time, guys, have a good whatever part of the world and whatever part of the day you are in. Bye for now.